Good morning and welcome to another episode of the Spiritual AI Podcast. My name is Leonie, and I am really happy to have you here. I woke up this morning and I was lying in bed for a little bit and just being grateful that I could wake up. And I had a few thoughts float through my head and they were good. And I was looking at my vision board next to me, and just saying a few affirmations and just checking in. And then there was this fleeting moment where something popped into my head and I was like, that's a negative thought. I don't want that thought anymore. I do not want that anymore. And in that moment, what I did was I stopped it. I redirected it and I said to myself that that was an old thought and that what I'm seeing in front of me, the vision board, the statements that I have on there, that is my new reality. That is what I'm focusing on. That is my truth. That is my reality. And I did this reframe. And I thought that I would hop on and share this with you because this technique is something that I used and started when I was in my 20s. And this is where my kind of awareness journey started. I used this technique after I went through a really bad depression and some stuff happened. In any case, so I used this technique that once I started becoming aware of my thoughts, I started stopping myself and redirecting. And when I would have negative thoughts and I would feel depressed and I could feel myself going down this track of going down into the black hole again, I would stop myself and I would say, this is no longer my reality. And I would turn my body around, physically turn my body around and say, I'm going the other way. And that was one of the very first techniques that I started myself and used and still use to redirect my energy, to take me in a different direction. Now, we are all human, and God knows I'm human, right? I have been, over the last few months, I've found myself in my head a lot in my head. And I know that we've had some big planetary shifts, and there's a lot of collective stuff going on. And with us being in a 9-year, finishing things off, closing things off, creating space for the next year, for what's to come. I know it's been, for myself at least, I know it's been quite heavy. There's a lot of letting go. So there's also a lot of thoughts about the past. There's also a lot of tapping into the limiting beliefs and patterns that have been holding me back. In any case, so when I had that thought this morning, I thought that I wanted to share it with you guys this morning. So again, coming back to the reframe, right? So I want you to start paying attention to what it is that you're thinking. What are your thoughts during the day? What are your thoughts first thing in the morning? What are those thoughts that just keep ticking over again and again and again, that's just keeping you stuck? Us stuck, you, me, everybody human that has thoughts keeps us stuck in this perpetual loop, and we just cannot get out of where we are, right? Start paying attention to those thoughts and bring in this technique, right? So the moment you heighten your awareness, you become aware of your thoughts and your feelings and what's happening in your life, you can start reframing them, and slowly but surely it is going to override the program that you are currently running in your life. Slowly but surely, the new beliefs will come in. Slowly but surely, you are going to form new habits. You are going to feel better about yourself. Your day is going to be better. So I want to use this episode as a reminder that it is essential that you bring in awareness. It is essential that you are aware of your first thoughts in the morning. Now, if you don't have a vision board and you don't have, or manifesting board, or you don't have like anything like that, I want to encourage you to even take sticky notes and just write a few affirmations on there that make you feel good, that make you want to move in the right direction, that will help you step into the future you. Okay. Here's a beautiful way of looking at it. Let me just put my coffee down. I've been warming up my hands. So imagine you are just standing here, right? And in front of you, there is strings. There are all these strings, right? And every one of these strings tie you to a life, okay? To a possibility, right? To a desire. Now, every one of those strings is a thought pattern. It is a habit. It's a belief. So it's a thought that you think. It is a conscious choice that you make. Now, if you have a desire to, let's say, I don't know, have a beautiful, supportive, loving relationship, okay, you are not going to pull the string, have the thoughts that I am not worthy of love. You are not going to pull the string that you are not good enough, because it's going to take you to that life that is going to give you a life of not worthy, not love, and probably a life where you're going to be lonely and never find the relationship that you want. Instead, you are going to pull the string that is going to lead you to the life where you want to go, to a loving relationship. So in order to pull that string, you need to keep holding on to that string. You need to keep thinking those thoughts. You need to keep moving in the direction of where the string wants to take you. That's essentially what's happening, right? We want to think the thoughts, stay on the frequency, stay on that line, on the string, on that line that is going to get us to where we want to go. So you want to focus on the outcome. You want to focus your energy on there. You're not going to put your energy and attention into the other string that's going off this way that says, I'm not worthy. You are going to keep holding the string and you're going to keep moving in the direction of where it is that you want to go. That is how the redirect can help you. Okay. When you have a negative thought, when you think of, perhaps somebody said to you in the past that, you'll never find love, or perhaps you had an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend that, that said to you that without them, you are nothing and you will never find love. Okay. So let's say you wake up in the morning and you feel okay. And then during the day, something happens and then that thought pops into your head. Instead of grabbing the string and running with the thought, I want you to go, let that one go. And I'm going to go here because I am worthy of love. I am worthy of having a beautiful relationship. And I am drawing with every thought that I think, with every step that I take, with every breath that I take, I am going towards this relationship where I feel worthy. I am worthy. I am loved. I am supported, and keep following that string. It is really, really, really important that you guys start doing this. And the only way that you can start doing this is by bringing in awareness into your life. If you don't have awareness, you are not going to pick up on your thoughts. That is why I am so passionate about awareness and intuition, because they are the two first and the two most important senses that you have to, that you have to develop in order to get you to where you want to go, in order for you to be able to create, just releasing, in order for you to create the life that you desire, to give you the clarity, to give you the ease in your life so that you can live a life of purpose and fulfillment. So if you don't have a vision board, take sticky notes and create a little shrine with all these positive thoughts, the things that you want to do, the direction that you want to go in. And whenever there is a negative thought that comes in, if you're around the sticky notes, I want you to physically walk yourself over to the sticky notes, or walk yourself over to your vision board or your manifesting board, or or a shrine or place where you do your rituals. Walk yourself there and say, this is my new reality. These are the thoughts that I choose. I choose this. I choose this life. Take a few deep breaths, ground your energy in, feel the love, put your hand on your heart, feel the gratitude for what it is that you have, and let go of the old string. Let go of the past. So I hope that this has helped you. I know that it has helped me in the past. It has saved me from depression. It took me away from the heaviness, the darkness that I was in my 20s, and it's brought me all the way here. I've had a beautiful life. Yes, I've had ups and downs. I've got two beautiful girls who are both pretty much grown up now, stepping into their own reality. And I would never have had that if I did not overcome what I was going through in my 20s. So this is really powerful, and it is really simple. And bringing awareness and intuition into your day, bringing awareness into your day is very, very easy. Start noticing the first thought that you have in the morning. Okay, open your eyes up and just stop. Wake up with, instead of waking up with an alarm, wake up with a song called Gratitude. I've got two songs that play in the morning. I've got an alarm. My first alarm that goes off is a song by, I think he's called Saint Finnegan. Let me find it for you, because you cannot wake up with a better song, like honestly. Let's see. Yes, it's called Grateful by Saint Finnegan, and it is the most beautiful, mellow song to wake up. And it says, I am grateful. Okay. So when you wake up with that, it becomes it changes your frequency instantly. Now, if you are somebody who wakes up and you kill your alarm, okay, I recommend you do this. Now, I've got two alarms. I've got one that goes off, which is Grateful by St. Finnegan, okay? And then 5 minutes later, if I had overslept, if that alarm ran through, okay, and I fell asleep, I've got another song that comes on. It is also a song about gratitude. It's called Grateful Heart, and it's by, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Arum Devi, Arumdewi, okay? That is a more upbeat song about gratitude. So either way, whether I wake up with the first one or the second one, the only thing that I hear first thing in the morning is, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And then when I start waking up, I am very aware of my thoughts. I am very aware that I am getting up and getting dressed. I'm very aware that I'm taking my toothbrush. And then I'd often go, and while I'm brushing my teeth, I'll walk to the kettle, go switch it on. Okay, I'll go back, and then I'll feed the cats, and then I'll do the meditation. And every step that I take, I am aware of what I am doing. During the day, because I've been doing this for so long, I am aware that I'm sitting on my chair, working on my book. I am aware that, my daughter is coming in, and she's talking to me about something. I am aware of what the cats are doing around me. I am aware. I am constantly observing myself during the day. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes, to a point where you are just aware. And yes, I'm not a saint. When I pick up that bag of chips, or I reach for something that is not good for me, I am aware that I am doing it. I am aware that in that moment I am choosing to do it. Do I always get it right? No, I don't. I'm human, but I am aware of what I'm doing. And in any moment, I have the choice to change things. That is the power of becoming the observer. That is the power of being in a state of awareness constantly. And it starts with one thought in the beginning of the day. And the more awareness you build around that one thought, the more awareness will spread throughout your day. And then to bring it back, the more awareness you have, the more aware you will become of the thoughts that you have. So the more aware you become of the strings that you are pulling and the direction that it is taking you into. All right, beautiful. So I'm going to leave it there. Have a fantastic day. Stay warm if you're in a cool place. Stay cool if you're in a hot place. It's Perth. It's winter's coming in. I'm starting to pull out the woolly jumpers. I'm starting to have nice bigger cups of decaf coffee right now because I'm trying to get off caffeine. Hopefully one day I can let go of this. But right now I'm still choosing. This is a morning ritual because it's just part of who I am. So choose wisely, dial into your awareness, and then redirect yourself to where it is that you want to go. Redirect your energy, redirect your thoughts, and it is very simple. When you pay attention to it, turn your body around and move the other way. Take care, guys.